your emotions. Don't wanna love for love, because they fall so deep. You'll never know how far I go, and I know I have this beat, inspiration I fall. I fall so deep.
Wait, my mic was on again. God, I do these freaking shorts, man. And then it puts me in default mic on. Okay, so hello, traders. Welcome to the stream where Bitcoin has formally backtested $28,800. If you don't know what that is, you haven't been watching this. I mean, you're not part of this community because like this is like everything, right? It's the swing low from January 2021. It is the swing low from June of 2021. That's it. That was the big one. Clearly, the price correlated to that in March and April before breaking it, running to the next level, hitting that, and unable to go any higher. Where, you know, in a bullish engulfing candle yesterday, right at, so it was a bearish engulfing into bullish engulfing into bearish engulfing. This is pretty significant red candle right here. And this is where, yeah, you just can't ignore it, man. Like, it's just there. And it's identical to how it was before Bitcoin had a massive drawdown to backtest 19,891. Here it is again. Negative Momo building. You get it. That could continue. You just don't know how far these drawdowns are going to go. Is this going to be it? Or okay, remember when we had bearish divergence, right? The high, sell-off, the second high. The high, there wasn't really much of a sell-off, was there? Before going higher. So Bitcoin, again, went to a key level, tested it, and then just absolute huge rally off of that. So I'm just not sure how far this is going to go. If it, let's just say it did pick up, things did get worse. You know, tech started rolling over tomorrow. You know, earnings season's kicking off this week. It's kicked off this week. Like Tesla was today, right? They on the, I think on the bottom end or on the top end, they met. They didn't beat or failed to meet. It was like the same EPS, and then they barely missed, like on revs. So okay. And it didn't drop like tremendously. It wasn't like a 10% drop or 5% drop, but it's down a couple percent after hours. It just hit its lowest low. You got to wonder, with the VIX hitting its lowest price today since November of 2021, with institutional money, having a tremendous amount of money in money market accounts, and then retail on the other side is still extremely exposed to equities. You just gotta wonder. I mean, like, if say we're in a bear market, the mega drawdown should be coming soon on these index funds. I'm not saying that it will. I'm just saying, right, like we're right at the second top again. We'll look at these, and we'll talk about it while we look at it. But, you know, right now, that's all I got for you is completely reversed from yesterday's price action to do a back test. There's bearish divergence on both oscillators. Unfortunately, right, just like you had on the MACD histogram, you certainly have it on the RSI as well. If you don't know what divergence is, just go watch a 60-second clip on my YouTube channel to know exactly what bearish divergence is. Crazy, right? So unfortunately, Ethereum didn't have this same type of edge that Bitcoin was beginning to present. And by the way, Bitcoin's lowest RSI since March 12th. Ethereum was just kind of extended out, right? But nevertheless, you know, up thrusting through the key inflection zone and now breaking below it. Unfortunate, right? Because most of these coins, tons of these coins anyway, were at key inflection points. Some were breaking them, but after today, all failures, right? Everything, all the breakouts are failed. All the test of resistances were regarded as resistance, so that's a failed breakout attempt, kind of. So if you're below 1972 long enough, you know what that could turn into. That could always turn into 1730 because history tells us what price action does below 1972, and it's almost always 1728. So it's really not too big of a deal. It could be the beginning of something more significant. One big bearish engulfing candle. Let's see what kind of fall through we receive in the coming days. Okay, so no more breakout. The breakout has failed until a rally happens in 48 minutes or tomorrow when we rally back above these levels. I'm just saying, at current time, you're failing to break out. It was an up thrust. It's done. We made it. We made it. No, I mean, I said yesterday that we were at some really good spots. There were some assets that were breaking out. They were tempting to break out. And after a price action today, it sucks, right? Like, ETC was near breakout, not anymore. BNB was at the resistance and failed, right? Let's go to BNB. BNB, God. Hello? All right, it's just too perfect, unfortunately. And that's, unfortunately, if we look back, this will be confirming some sort of tweezer top action for now, right? Dang, man, to identify a Japanese candlestick reversal at a key inflection point. That's serious. All right, the identical wick highs. If you don't know what a tweezer top is, I can just show you exact. And you tell me, right? I'm not here to be like, oh, I know about this, man. I'm so cool. I'm just saying, like, right? Tweezer top reversal on the internet, right? And I'll do shorts on these too. But if you can't tell me this isn't literally identical, I mean, hello? It's all about the wick, man. It's about the wicks, the identical wicks from one candle to the next. This is wrong anyway. Tweezer? This is not a tweezer bottom. I really don't know why. This is why I need to do shorts, because the internet's stupid. I mean, like, we'll go to 500 other more examples. That's wrong. And I've noticed that, man. Like, you look at some of these, they're just completely wrong. On a tweezer top, the wicks are on the top, not the bottom. Show you another example. My God. Here we go. God, good God, man. It's like, it's not hard. It's just like, man, I just tried to go online to give it a good example, and it was failed. It was a failed example. Like, internet stuff out there, top results, wrong. Tweezer top. 2 wicks identical. Think you might have that on BNB at the resistance. That's what makes it stronger of an idea, is when you identify these patterns at the key level of all levels, man, right? Going back, it's not, it's just kind of, it's literally February 2021's top. That sucks. Really. So, I mean, like, anything below 332 could be high risk for a lot of downside. Right? That's the top of the range. The bottom of the range, 225. If you're near the top and you fail to break out again, it could be bad. I mean, like, so it's just starting to develop today. It wasn't a thing yesterday. Now with positive momentum waning, you could start making the exact same argument you've made on Bitcoin, where you made a high, you made about the same high, a slightly higher high with lower levels on positive momentum, and now it's waning. Impending price action reversal at a resistance. That sucks. That's new data though, right? This bearish engulfing candle and falling below the entire zone with the development of bearish divergence, all new data. And on the RSI, that's virtually class C bearish divergence, about the same high on the RSI with a slightly higher high on price. Okay, no breakout. What about XRP? Man, it was so close, and just nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Bearish engulfing candle, down 7% today. Really not like that big a deal. I mean, coming down to 39.9 cents would actually be good, because you'd put in a nice higher low and you get a back test of a level as support. You didn't do that. You'd be coming to test the 200-day moving average. Well, you know, nothing wrong with the pullback. Just down day today. Bitcoin down about 5%, $1,433. And then, well, those are the big four. Yeah, 28.8, man. I mean, it was never tested. It was elevated. It's all right, you know. And you got close yesterday, you know, or a couple days ago, and it never hit it. It's like, all right, rallied. It's like you could always back test 28.8. It seems like you've done that, but you just like a test, man. That means like you could fail a test, right? You can get, well, not in today's society. I don't think they let you fail anymore. Everyone passes. Everyone gets, you know, degrees, and everyone's smart. Everyone's gonna become a doctor. I'm just saying, right, what a test means, right? Tests can fail. Tests can succeed and they can fail. So this is an attempted test that could fail. If it fails, you're going to break this level and go much lower, right? If it's a successful test, back test, this is where buyers would come in to defend the level and regard it as support when it's always been resistance. Or it's been support before, but they would re-regard it as support. Hard to be that confident at just when you're staring into the face of undeniable Class A bearish divergence. It's tough to think that this level would hold successfully after such a nice run, but we'll see. And in the end, as long as Bitcoin makes a higher low than probably 20K, you're going to be fine. For more upside later, it's just you're going to have to wait, because it's all ups and down, waves up and down. Okay. Yeah, lots of hits taken today, man, on these cryptos, man. I mean, you have FTM down, 11%, TRB down 10.5%, GRT down 10%, Comp down 10.6%. Just looking at one of these, yikes, man. This one was in the middle of nowhere anyway. Bearish engulfing candle falling below 42.89. That's kind of, I think this was all-time lows. I don't think there's any data there. I think it's just your level from August 31st. That you're breaking back below. Look at this sucks, man. The 200-day moving average, not once, but now twice. Maybe a little bit of hidden bearish divergence on the RSI. It's pretty nasty. Ugly candle today. I mean, a lot of big losses in these cryptos. Sucks. I think more technical damage done on some than others, though, right? Where, you know, something like Zcash down to almost 10%, right? Still below 200-day moving average, right? But well off the critical ice line. Don't think you'd be wanting to see that again. If you do, pray to God, buyers defend it. Oh, by the way, we are in Power Hour, right?
It's time for Power Hour.
So let's you know, just we look at these good Litecoin, man. You know, Nice M shape, sure. Nice reaction, right? But is this going to become something greater, far greater than... I mean, you do have bearish divergence here, and it's starting to develop today. Bearish engulfing candle with bearish divergence now developing, where you made a high, made a higher high, lower levels, right? Reversal, you're getting it. Whew, down over 10% on Litecoin. But the scary thing, what could be scary, is now if you go to a more significant time scale than daily, it almost looks like one high, then a second failed attempt. Like that. Now, of course, give me some more days, man. Give me some more days. But like, go the weekly here. Man, if this isn't, this is the 200-week simple moving average, and it's like, you have to break that. You can't just like double top here. You can't try once, fail. Try again, fail, and then start dumping. Then it's probably over. But let's give this more time. You haven't seen negative momentum on Litecoin's weekly since July 11th of last year. That's a freaking stat right there, isn't it? Whew. Dang, man. This thing's down. Wow, Litecoin, right? Oh, God. Bitcoin just broke support. The test failed, right? Litecoin's down 14.35% as I'm talking to you, about to be 15%. Let's get the Bitcoin chart up on the screen here. We'll just go back to it for a minute, but Power Hour, certainly living up to its name as soon as we ring the bell, right? The Power Hour bell. So now it's like the rectangles being back tested, really. Should we keep chat up, or we have the Bitcoin chart maybe? Could have 4 hour there on the daily on the big screen. Hold on, if we can find it. Obligatory.
Can devs do something? Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore. I have overinvested by a lot.
Dang, man, where is... I can't... Dude, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this Bitcoin... There it is, okay. There we go. We just have it up like that, you know, so we can see the level, the zone, the price action correlating to it, okay. Oh, whoops, that was not the right button. Sorry.
Frankly, I'm depressed and ashamed.
Crazy though, Bitcoin drops like about 1%, less than 1% actually, and Litecoin drops 5%. Whoa. Like literally that just happened in a matter of like three to 5 minutes. So, I mean, what do we say? You know, an asset, it tests the levels very well, and then a bearish edge starts to develop, and then you think yesterday, oh, in engulfing, maybe it's not, maybe the positive momentum will start building. Now you're like, okay, so this is super real. The question is, how far will we draw down on Bitcoin? That's the big question. And all we can do maybe is look left. And unfortunately, when you look left, dude, that's my problem. When there's nothing there, it's, look, you know, straight up and down and up. I mean, straight up and down too. I mean, below this level, there's not too much here. Maybe we could get lucky and hold out for, like, you see what happened in May, where it kept testing the level, falling below it, holding, and then rallying. But yeah, this isn't what you're looking for. You don't want to see an asset that has gone on a nice run, tests and fails to break some sort of resistance, shows a bearish engulfing candle, falling back below those levels, and also shows bearish divergence on multiple time scales. Or I'm sorry, it was on multiple time scales, technically on the 4 hour too. But you don't want to show bearish divergence on the daily time scale on multiple oscillators. That starts giving a pretty decent argument, right? They're just, what is the word? Zizergy, something like that. It's like a word I learned. I had no idea. that it existed. Zizergy? What was it? Hold on. Zizagy or something like that? Yeah, Zizagy. What does the term Zizagy mean? Zizagy, Zizagy. It's virtually when all the stars align, right? So it's like confluence, but it's a way more fancy word. Confluence is fancy, but then you go to Syzygy, and it's like a celestial terminology for astronomy, for space, when all the stars align. So anyway, I'll spell it out, okay? That's the word. So we have some syzygy on Bitcoin. Unfortunately, the bearish syzygy. Near the lows of the day, near the low, I mean, it's at the lowest price since April 10th, which is about 9 days ago. So if we want to, we'll keep Bitcoin on the screen. Let's try to keep going across these markets. Look at the index funds real quick. Or we just knock out Tesla, since it's on the thumbnail and title of the stream. Here it is, after hours. Wow, it's dumped way more. I mean, since I went live, man, Tesla's down like 3+%, 4% in less than 30 minutes. It was only down like 2%. It's now down 6% after hours. So today, you're talking about an asset down 8% total. And here's the issue, man. The major issue with Tesla is a well-established downtrend. No one could deny it in the long term. Same with the index funds still. Right? Lower highs, lower lows on the daily. Very bad below the 200-day moving average. All this, you are in a bear trend. And then market participants, nice reactive, reflexive rally. That's the way it'll go. There wasn't much of an edge here. Just hit a support and buyers defended and it rallied. Okay, cool. Now there are gaps to fill. There's one at 145. Okay. The market participants pushed the price to a key inflection point from history. Okay. From February 2021, from July 2021, from May and June of 2022. Those levels that were supports flipped resistance. The buyers pushed the price above that level for a day, and that was it. And then a drawdown. And then the attempted rally from the buyers came in and a up thrust back test. So this is the literal inverse of what a spring back test of spring is. I did educational segment on, or a clip on a YouTube short on the spring. If you want to learn about what a spring is, go spend 60 seconds of your time watching that. Then you'll know. So the up thrust is the inverse of that. Just like a double top, the inverse is a double bottom. So that is a very powerful form of confirmation, and earnings, you just never know. Coin flips, gambling. Well, it seems like it's continuing down, and the next target from here on Tesla is going to be 154, just to test the September 2020 peaks. And then after that would be that gap fill again at 145, and then below that 112. So this could be turning in, this is almost like a bearish dragon pattern. It is, right? It's the bearish dragon, and you already broke down. Right? You have the head of the dragon and the two legs. Here's the spine of the dragon. You've broken out, and you pretty much back tested the breakout, and now drawing down. It's the inverse dragon. And that's a pretty beautiful structure too. A well-established trend. Yeah, you cannot be surprised to see a 618. 618 is going to be down at that gap fill, probably. Maybe even a little lower. Okay, so be aware. That's not good. Okay. And I guess the good news, bad news is like Tesla did not acquire any more Bitcoin in Q1, but they didn't offload any. So that's good. Yes, up thrust is the literal, it's like the piercing line's a bullish reversal. And then the opposite of that is the dark cloud cover. It's the same thing. Instead of spring, back test of spring, it's up thrust, back test of up thrust. Okay. Tesla's down 6% after hours. Wow. And it's like at its lows constantly. Okay, now we'll go to the S&P. Sorry. That was important, man. I think IBM also reported. Las Vegas Sands reported. They did well. They've been, that chart's been bullish, man. So this is like where I'm at, man. It's like, why are we stagnating so much? Like, this is like gross stagnation here. Like, again, you are not in a full you're not uptrending. You have not reversed the trend long term. I think this high from August has to be taken out. The 4,300 level has to be recaptured for the deep retraces for all-time highs if you're going to go test them. I know it's like midterm uptrending because you put in your lowest low in October, then a high. The first step was the higher low, then a higher high, then a slightly higher low, but no higher high. And that's just, okay. And now you're at this level, it's tough to strategize. What do you do? There's not much you can do here. 4,058, 4,300, those are your levels. You're in the middle of them, so it's like flip your coin on where this is going. I don't know if I really like knowing that we spent all Q1 kind of rallying, and now we're going to earnings season after the rally, and these index funds are just hanging out and they're not really going anywhere compared to the previous highs. And now we can see a casualty as Tesla already. So Dow Jones, is it making a higher high yet? Not yet. It's not. Not yet. It's close, man. But I'm telling you, if somehow the Dow Jones Industrial reverses here before taking out 34,280, do you understand its classic distribution? It's the third high. 1, 2, 3. That's like potential 3 falling peak stuff. You do not want that. So if you're out there and you want the market to continue to ascend, you better not pivot here and start rolling over. You better not be falling below 33,222 soon, because the last thing anyone wants here is something like this. And I mean, you know how well these things play out too. 1 and 2, and then 3, and then they would be proportionate to each other in terms of their retraces. That means it's a good, discernible, identifiable pattern for market participants around the world, right? The better it looks, right? The more discernible it is, the more people are going to be taking action on that. And you do not want to roll over here, okay? Because that means probably 30K or lower. And again, it's just like pathetic, man. These all are the same high or lower high than the August 16th high. And that's not what an uptrend does. That's not a bull trend. So we're still at this, we have not reversed the trend. We are still in a long-term downtrend. The trend is your friend. But we're close. You're really close to maybe reversing, but again, just because you're close doesn't mean it's happened. So you must keep that in your mind. Bitcoin, 26 minutes to your daily candle close. It'll be a massive bearish engulfing. Hit the like button, that bell up if you're here. Thanks for being here. So I'm talking about, like, the Nasdaq. It's just like really does not. I mean, okay, you are broken out above a level, and it's undeniable. It's that high from August of 2020, high from November 2020. I even like you above 11.9. Those closes, right? But my concern is you had broken those levels in June of 2022. You, in fact, broke those levels in September of 2022. In fact, you broke those levels in February of this year. And guess what? You're not above any of those levels. Not yet. And the problem is, with you being here and just hanging out, you've developed a bearish edge, just like Bitcoin. So I think we got some serious complacency on the index funds right now. And you just got to wonder, will the TA be respected on the bearish divergence on the high, then the same high with lower levels in the oscillators? That implies a reversal. But I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just telling you what's going on, right? That's it. It's a daily time scale. It's significant. IWM, I mean, it's still like piercing line still active. There's still an unopened or unfilled gap at 171.80, but again, you're just stagnating, not really going anywhere. Do we have liquidity issues? What's up? I don't normally, you know, when you spring back to it's time to go, and maybe we're just early if it's real. But all I'd say on this one, I guess, is like until you fall below 170, I guess you're technically safe. But no one in this community should want to own this asset or this index fund. No one would want to own it below 170. And probably, just to be real there, you probably, to save yourself some money, you don't want to own this asset below 173. You just don't. Okay. These are the crazy important inflection points. So just keep that in mind. All right. Those are the index funds. Gold, you know, it's another day of blah. All right. It was drawn down, and it's just still at that 886 here. This is normally where assets catch more significant drawdowns, but it hasn't happened yet. And that's all I can give you. It's like every day it's about the same type of analysis since the 20th of March. Just same thing, man. Still, like, you know, above some key levels, certainly. I mean, anything above 920. Yeah, anything above 920 is above the August of 2011, September 2011 all-time high from, you know, it's way back. So I think it's okay. It's just it's higher risk for fresh longs because you're looking at an asset that went on a insane rally since November, and now it's hitting a level that we know so well, 886s. Silver fared better, I guess, today, above 24.80. And again, gold and silver are monthly charts. I don't think it matters to be looking at the daily anymore. I mean, you're going to, oh yeah, we'll pull back on gold a little bit, but guess what? Then like in a few weeks, it'll pivot and then rally and then go to all-time highs. Same with silver. Well, not all-time highs silver, but higher prices in time if you're patient, and you got to have patience. Okay, it's the monthly charts here. And it's the fundamentals of, like, you know, what's happening to the US dollar. Speaking of the US dollar, let me just look at the DXY real quick. Oh, the DXY. Okay, could be double bottoming. Wow. So it actually could be. You have maybe a little bit of RSI divergence of an argument. It's not oversold, but now still below 102 though. 102.24 is real. Couple levels from 2020, 2017. I think it even goes further back. You want to get back above that. I think if you get back above that, that's where the DXY. Yeah, look at this. It's so real. Look at the 1998 highs. 1987, there's a peak up there too. It's been a valley in 1977. I think that's it though. Yeah. So you could look, you topped out, but you know, is that really? Might just be like this. It could just be, oh, we have just a straight up range bound asset. Okay, cool. Sorry, helium near. Let's see. Here's your egg chart, down 18%. Eggs are finally dropping. They topped out at 480, 482. Dump it, dude. Yeah, commodities kind of took it on the chin today. I mean, like wheat's down 2.3%, natural gas down 1.4%, coffee's down, cotton, coal, rare earth materials, even orange juice was down a little bit today, but orange juice is the real recession beast. I don't know. Yeah, still just up there, elevated near, you know, after hitting all-time highs again. So I'll see U.S. oil. I think there's like a surprise inventory. Yeah, I think you're just gonna go for a gap fill. I think 75.68 is gonna happen. What's up, Mr. Anderson? Dang, man.
Lifeline. Hit the likes, people. What's up, Mitch? Just letting you know I'm here when I can be. Thank you, man. Kangs.
The thank you is mutual.
Is that a...
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you for watching. Thanks everyone for watching. I mean, you know, pump day, dump day, no pump or dump day, whatever. I am grateful for everyone in this community. Yeah, it's amazing that I get to do this. Really is. Just to cover this stuff, you know. I mean, we don't know where the market's going. All we can do is look at, all we can do is identify patterns and indicators that have been researched and discovered by really smart people over the past 100 years plus, and we honor them in that way. So thank you. So oil, you think would eventually see 75.60 for the gap fill? No idea after that. Can't break the 200 moving average yet. Natural gas, dude, just good luck. Who knows how long it's gonna be doing this, chopping around in the basement. I mean, this is certainly the basement. I mean, it's part of the basement, right? You go lower floors of the basement, dude. There's a couple more floors down, but certainly like a 98% retrace from that low. Anything else notable? Not really. Lumber futures continuing to rise. Wow, hit a fresh 1 month high today. Nice bullish divergence there. The low, then the slightly lower low, and it's playing out for now. I think seafood futures did it too, man. Nice. Nice one on seafood. Wow, buyers defending 83.90. 83.90, that high from 2016. Nice. Okay, so Bitcoin's, you can see the level, right? I mean, market participants are trying their dangdest, aren't they, to defend that. Weight Watchers still just killed it again, man. That was up 6+% and virtually hit a resistance. I mean, like 885, 884. That is a swing low a couple times. A swing high, and that's exactly where it reversed. Look what happened, man. When it broke below 885. Look how market participants pushed it up and clearly were unable to take out that level, and then the massive drawdown began. So that is what was achieved today for the first time on Weight Watchers since it broke through it without a back test in May of last year. So first time testing it. And this is around the level where people probably start taking some profit. This or 940, that, I mean, that it was such a, if one was in on this on the spring back test or whatever in such a short period of time, it's rallied nonstop. Something's going on. I mean, it's nuclear on the RSI. When's the last time the RSI was this high on Weight Watchers? You got to go all the way back to 2018. So decent area. I'm not saying completely exit. I'm just saying someone could take profit if it was based on a technical analysis, right? Based on a level.
0.000320000 BTC.
Satoshi for ship. Chips Ahoy, thanks for the 920 of the corn. The Bitcoin. What did that mean? Do you mean like you want to look at Wi-Fi? Or what? Nice one on Weight Watchers. Hey, remember American Airlines? American Airlines. It's very interesting here, right? Very interesting. You give me a high or low here. You got a complex Momo shift, right? A low, a lower low, the lowest low, a higher low, and a slightly higher low again. I'm not saying that's going to play out. I'm just looking at it. It was up 2.5% today. There aren't many assets that were up today, really. I mean, like substantial amounts. I think one of Kathy Wood's. No, yeah, Exact Science. I mean, this is an interesting chart. This one was up 5%. Just sideways consolidation after a big breakout. Started with some earnings or something. Yeah. And then you had, wow, this one's gorgeous here, dude. Like, you gotta wonder, all right, what's gonna happen on DXCM. I mean, my God, if the momentum didn't shift back, right? Almost like lower high coupled handle here. That's a pretty structure, isn't it? Just seeing that, the way it almost rounds out, beautiful. And seeing its highest daily candle close, wow, since like April of last year. So it's like 52-week highs really on the close today on DXCM. Beautiful. You wonder how if that's real though. I mean, would you take it up to 134 now? Seems like very, very possible. You might just be range bound too though.
Space Ape super chatted $49.99. WW is my biggest win this year. Thanks Mitch for all you do.
Dang dude, hype in the chat. Space Ape. He wanted to hang out with a composite operator. That was the best way to hang out with the composite, man, right? I mean, at the basement after consecutive higher lows, and those higher lows just happened to be, conveniently back testing the old all-time low from like 7 years ago. Interesting. And you just never know, like something on Weight Watchers, it could have been another freaking like 3 months before something happened, right? Down at those levels. Because that's the way the composite man works. He's got all the time in the world, all the money in the world to accumulate slowly over all this time. But nah, it seems like there's a news-driven catalyst on some drug, weight loss drug, I guess. Which is crazy, right? Weight Watchers. Oh, really? It has to be a drug. It can't be like, Weight Watchers in terms of like cutting down caloric intake, increasing physical activity, which has like kind of been the bread and butter for Weight Watchers forever. And now it's like, what catalyzed their move up? Just a drug that someone's going to take. Not lowering your caloric intake, not more physical exercise. Thanks, Ape Man. The Space Ape Man. Yeah, beautiful chart here. You'd think. And the bank stocks did okay today too. I don't think the bank crisis is over at all, dude. Like, I really don't. Like, just look at something like Charles Schwab. It was up almost 3% today. Do you think like after this crash, okay, what does that represent? That represents a tremendous amount of capital leaving an asset. Like fast, violently, scary. So much that the Federal Reserve had to intervene. And 60% of the money taken off the Fed's balance sheet last year, 60% of that was just reduced in 2 weeks. You're not going to recapture the highs. You're not going to take out the highs of $76, $86. Wherever this rally takes is going to be a lower high. I don't think you'll fill the gap anytime. That's probably a breakaway gap, a bearish breakaway gap. Was volume? Sorry. Tremendous volume too. Yeah, man, that type of volume. I don't think it's done, man. A back test to $60 could make a lot of sense before collapsing, and I think $38 would be a hard target. That'd be a full-on 886 from that COVID crash low to the high. You're in a downtrend, man. So good day today, but whatever. Let's go to that VIX. I forgot. Sorry, I wanted to show y'all the lowest levels since November of 2021. Gotta love the dragon, man. Dragon played out. Remember the 2 of the 3 targets, right? High to the low. 1 target, 2 targets. And then collapse. Trader's market, man. Trader's asset, the VIX, right? The traders took their profit at the 618, the 786. And it didn't matter after that.
You gotta check this K-wrap on a 3M Vine. Look at the 3M engulf and the volume WTF. Look at the ATH. The 4 hours looks hypey. Prob $3.11. Also backtest him ho, but WTF. Thoughtful face.
Does that thing come supercharged? We'll revisit that contribution in a moment. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. We'll look at the Hypey 3M, the 3 month. I think about 3M, the stock, the Vine. Yeah, we'll get Vine. Thank you, dude. Okay, here it is. Here's that lowest price, November 16th, 2021. So, you know, you've got that going on. Some form of divergence from the VIX to the index funds. And I'm like, how would we like interpret that? I mean, of course we would interpret it and not have a formal conclusion, so we might be wrong as F. So you don't want to get too caught up in that, but you think like, see, in February S&P topped out, and now you're making a lower low on the VIX and the exact same high on the index funds.
Hi brother, what do you think about BTC daily bearish shark idea to possibly turn into bullish 5-0? If $28,800 breaks.
50% retrace, I mean, that would take you to 19,891, which makes sense technically because of the levels, right? There's just not much support below 28.8 at all. Well, I guess we could try to revisit that, man. Won't be a 1.618 on C to D Jameson or whatever. It's like actually technically B to C because X. Okay. Oh, I guess we can try to revisit that in a minute. Okay. Thank you, dude. It's all with the hours coming, so we're gonna be going back to Bitcoin. And looks like buyers are trying to defend this level with only 8 minutes to go to the close. It's gonna be a bearish engulfing candle no matter what. The daily bearish divergence is very real now. Okay, so, right, what do we think? Like, the index funds double topping, and then the VIX is hitting the lowest low. You know, since 2021. So I wonder, I don't think it's good, man. That's why I'm, like, getting a little weirded out. Earnings season, the run-up before, leading up to earnings season, the VIX doing this. And then us just stagnating on the index funds. It's starting to get weird. I'm starting to get a little sketched because it's just, there's no movement upward. It's just sideways for weeks at the same high. I don't know. You know, I mean, it's like, and I look at something like Google and Microsoft, and it's like they're doing the same type of stalling. They're really having trouble here. Like, the golden zone's been achieved. It is official, right? That's why this zone's here. If things are really bad, you just go to the bottom of the golden zone, which has been achieved. And that could be it. Before the bearish trend resumes and we continue to descend. So that's the TA being respected with the Fibonacci to at least that degree. Of course, you could go higher. But right now, again, I'm getting I feel a little weird here. When you've got a high, you've got a slightly higher high, and it's very real. It's like a high and then the higher high, but it's slightly higher high. And that is undeniable, right? Am I crazy? A couple times here. RSI failing to see overbought again. One high, the same. This slightly higher high, right? Yeah, it just, you figured we'd be going, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Earnings is next week on Google. But it's already fulfilled its retrace, its major common retrace destiny. It's done. And so locally too, right? If you look at this high and this high, you got the 12-hour bearish divergence. Daily, even locally, look high, then the slightly higher high with lower levels. I mean, it's like diverging within divergence, right? Okay, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just like overthinking it here, but what's up with all the stagnation leading into earnings season? Here's Microsoft. It's also like, you kind of look at it like, is this upsloping price contraction? And you're at the top. You're at the supply line here. Fail, fail, fail. Couple weeks. You've successfully filled a gap. Multiple gaps that go back from August. And you're at that, 98% retrace level, right? The good old-fashioned M shape or W shape Wouldn't this be like the highest risk area to ever go long on an asset when from a discernible high to low, it's achieved an 886 and it's just hanging out up there. And again, like 12 hours or something like that. Yeah, some Class C bearish divergence. You got the 4 hour, definitely bearish divergence, right? Yeah, look at how bad the bearish divergence is, like high and slightly higher high. You know, back testing levels of support. It's almost like Ethereum holding above 2043 or something. It's just shouldn't have it back tested. It should be going, right? It's just not. This is the level where if someone was in on a rally, this might be an incredible level to take some profits. Do you hear me? This could be a wonderful level on Microsoft to take a little profit on the money you've made on the way up over the course of a few months, because it could get wiped out real fast. If things get bad on earnings, when do they report earnings? They report earnings on the 25th, so also next week. I think it's okay to have a mentality of being cautious because you know the long-term downtrend on the index funds is still bearish, because the things that need to happen on a chart have not yet occurred for us to be able to say the trend has truly reversed to the upside. It hasn't done that. We're just meandering on up, man. Does anyone else get the concern? It could be, I'm completely wrong here in my assessment of just this type of, I think, just stagnation and complacency on these rallies. These rallies, you know, Nvidia was one that was like, hey man, that's real deal. That's serious. The thing was up today. But that thing's hit its 886 really, or getting close to it. So I just want to hear, what do you think? I'm just like literally asking.
I was trying to request Ship Weekly.
Ship
to
Weekly.
return. Binance withdrawals are not working great right now. I'm out to see 0.000320000 BTC.
Chips Ahoy is out to sea. He's in the ocean right now. Yeah, Marvel. And dude, some of these still look fine. Dude, this still looks fine. But look, man. Fine as in, wow, it's still up a lot from its lows. I'm not, again, like just, hey, Shopify looks great too. It's down 0.3% today. No big deal. When's its earnings? Shopify reports, in May by the looks of it. So it's okay on earnings. But, I mean, I love this, the way this thing looks and what it's done. It's incredible, man. But you got to wonder how it will correlate if, like, the index funds dump. It's probably not going to go well. But and same with the entertainment and leisure, like the PEJ. Like they still look great for upside, but I don't think anything can really perform that great if you have index funds they start dumping really hard and you start having a huge spike in the VIX. Everything starts going down. Algos freak out. So you wanted to look at SHIP. Do we have another? Yeah, let's look at. We're just going around, just discussing like kind of how things have been going. It's been going pretty well for a while, in a long-term downtrend still. Now we're in earnings season, and things are just stalling out at their previous highs, or they've retraced 90% to 95% from those highs to lows, filled some gaps. Okay, you're about to have your 35 seconds to go, chat, until the daily close, and some cemented bearish divergence with a bearish engulfing candle falling below the inflection points. So, I mean, you're talking about hedge funds have the largest net short positions in the last couple of years. Well, here's the thing that's real. I'll tell you, we'll maybe discuss it after the Jesus chimes, which is in 5 seconds. Buyers defended it though. Ooh, let's go, dude. Jesus chimes. Bearish and golden candle confirms. Bearish divergence pretty much confirmed off that. Confirmed inability from buyers to take out 30, 31K. And here we are. That's it. So no, I just wanted to say, like, you have right now, institutions have a very high amount of capital in money market accounts, right? High yielding savings accounts, whatever. But then on the it's weird because you have divergence, because you have retail that has an extremely high equity exposure right now. They're legit different. So I guess if institutions are smart money, the smart money has been going heavy cash on the run up, and then retail has just been holding or adding to equity positions. And the VIX is in the 16s or whatever. It's a terrible recipe. Like, it may not happen, but that's a terrible recipe for disaster. A good recipe for disaster. For not higher prices.
Spot, NYSE. Short/put opportunity.
Joe Rogan, man. We'll look at it. Thank you, dude. Poopsie, for the 15. Yeah, I guess we'll have to... Today, we'll say it, you know.
There's bears out here.
And then, just like that,
Bitcoin going to zero.
Okay, yeah, let's look at Ethereum. How did it close? Bearish and golden candle below the key inflection point. The next real inflection point, 1730, unfortunately. We know that mystery. It's a pretty certain thing. It is almost 100% of the time below 1972 equals 1730. Above 1730, 1972 to 2000. So we'll see what happens. Just want to look at it. Look on the 8th, top of the hour. So we look back at it. Okay, cool. Everything is still, dude, Beanie Babies on the way up, Beanie Babies on the way down, Bobby. They've always been Beanie Babies. That's what they are. They're Beanie Babies. The Ethereum could be at a 50% retrace, 2873. And all these altcoins are, you know, tied to this platform are still Beanie Babies, right? They're Beanie Babies, bro. Fruit flies. Fruit flies and Beanie Babies. Let's go. There's a meme of the month for it. Okay, so VYNE. I got dinner in less than 30 minutes, so I'm gonna have to wrap it up in a few. But Vine Therapeutics. Wow, like a lot of 39 million volume. My mother of God. I mean, it was up 42% today. Let me guess. Was there a news-driven catalyst? Real fast, they barely ever make money. Of course they don't. But yeah, it was an M shape. I mean, look, dude, why don't you request this asset literally any day besides today? And if you do that, I'll still come in here and I'm like, I don't know if this is actually gonna play out. But dude, that's a textbook M shape. It's a Gartley 886. It's there, sure, but you're requesting it after it pumped, so it helps no one at all. No one gets benefit out of this request on the daily, but I think you wanted the 3-month, you said. Gotta check this K wrap on a 3-month Vine. Look at the 3-month engulf and the volume. WTF, look at the all-time high. The 4-hour looks hypey, probably 311. Back test. 311. Oh, about $4, you mean? $4, right? $4 back test. 3-month. I don't know. He's like, gotta go to the Finger Lakes. Let's go to the 3-month Finger Lakes. Okay. Sure. Nice little inverted hammer reversal last month. Catching some volatility this month. You know, understand it's almost like every single candle has always been down. I don't know why you'd be messing with this. Based on the fact that you'd be wanting to try to find assets that make billions of dollars quarterly, that are in long established uptrends, that are making higher lows, that are hitting bullish, whatever. Like, Yeah, maybe this is it, man. Okay, so see you in 3 years when we get a few more candles. Okay. I appreciate the contribution, though, Sharknado. Thank you, dude. Oh, let's look at... so what was it? Arabian Plug was talking about Bitcoin and a 5.0 of sorts. 5.0 of sorts. He's probably talking about... What? Are you saying this, XA? Kind of an arbitrary X, but that's what he's talking about. I would imagine... I don't need... There's any other way. If he's talking about a shark and a 5.0, low to high here, you haven't even seen a 236, so it's not even valid yet. It's not even valid of anchoring. This anchor point to low to high isn't valid until we at least see 27,432. I think you will if we cannot sustain prices above the level that it's currently at. A 50% retrace will be 23,300, and this is very close to being valid. Someone was saying not a 1618 minimum. It's close, man. I mean, a 153.5 is not too bad. You know, now I would think like something deeper. Yeah, that's terrible. But like you're pretty close. And if you use like the candle close on B, it is a 161. It's close. So if you were gonna do that, I mean, if you were gonna, you know, draw down 50%, I mean that's 23.3, and that would be okay. Wherever this sell-off finishes, which we don't even really know if it's a true sell-off yet, because no 236. As long as a higher low gets put in the 19.891, I think you're fine.
Jupiter on Coinbase seems like the composite operator likes the 1 cent level. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, yeah. Who's a composite operator of that though? It's probably Uranus. Thank you, dude. Let's go to for Chips Ahoy in the ocean right now. Let's go to ship. SHIP. Sea Energy Maritime Holdings. He's in the ocean and he wants an ocean-based asset that, yeah, I mean, again, you're requesting it today. Requesting it today. It was up 1.35%. It's been on a little streak, right? You haven't seen a red close since April 6th. So sure, I mean, that's a level. It's very real. There was no edge when it pivoted though. But look, you know, it's just, I think it's defending that level. Let's look left. What makes the most sense here? Probably 458. I mean, you're close to it. So if we were gonna like make it like this is how it was set up first, and then price action correlated later in history, and there it is. Yeah. So, okay. Could be a double bottom, sure. All happening at a 99% retrace from the low to the highs way up there. Good God, it's so bad. Maritime Holdings, marine shipping, go to the weekly. I mean, yeah, you could be, shoot, dude. You want to talk about bullish divergence of bullish divergence? This could be, I mean, if you catch any follow through off this low, this could be the Jesus, man. Wow. That's serious bullish divergence right there, man. Right? The one low, the second low. And wow, how about that? You know what happened on SHIP, sir? On the weekly? Could somebody tell me what Japanese candlestick reversal it seems like now will be confirmed with follow through? Somebody tell me out there. And that's what you're looking for, right? For on a confirmation low, you're looking for a weekly Japanese candlestick reversal. Buyers defending. And bullish divergence begins to develop off of all that. Man, yeah, SHIP could be doing something nuts in the coming 6 months to a year. Got a few answers. Meh. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. Only 2 of y'all joined the Discord since the stream started, which is pathetic. Yeah, so the answer is the piercing line, Japanese candlestick reversal, okay? The piercing line. This is the follow through that makes it real. And yes, this could actually be a bottom. This is what bottoms look like. The level of where it's happening with an edge now. It's here. And you know, your target, pretty easy. I would say, you know, you go with that high from way back from 2020 and recently from March, 663 would be your target. This is incredible weekly development on SHIP. What would be the fundamentals behind it? You know, what would be like, oh, it makes sense fundamentally for this to happen too, you know? This is great, man. Great request. Seriously. Chips Ahoy. Good job, dude. Dang. Great stuff, man. Okay. Spot for Poopsie. And then I gotta go after Jupiter. Yeah, well, I got like, I need to go.
The composite operator of Jupiter is probably secretly Scott Carney. It's the Carney. Austin Powers was always afraid of carnies, you know, circus folk.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't really know how Austin Powers was to them, man. That seems like way before my time. Thank you, dude, for the 5. Let me knock this out. Scott Carney's the man, though. Furthest man from a clown I've ever met in my life. So I know why Spot's being requested almost immediately on the weekly. So it's like the supply line here. Yeah, just a non-stop run based on almost nothing. There was bullish divergence. Think you probably better. I mean, the lower risk, right? Probably the better area for the most optimum shorts 150, because look at the highs from 2019 and 2020. But yeah, I see you're probably like looking at this one wick low from the IPO week back in April 2018. And you're like, okay, that might. And then probably a rising wedge on less significant time scales. Check it out. Is that a rising wedge? Yeah, look, sure. Oh my God. Yeah, probably. Probably, dude. Yeah. Mother of God. Yeah, a resolution soon. Is earnings coming up? Of course it is. Earnings next week. Yeah, so his argument being constructed by $136. You just saw it. It was the week of the IPO. You go way back. My God, it was like, I'm sorry, it was the second day of trading ever on Wall Street, April 4th, 2018. That level is being regarded as a resistance, and buyers cannot take it out right now. With that going on, you also have very real. You guess it. Right here, I mean, kind of argue with me. Say no, that's not right. That's not bearish. Like, why not? Why is it the high, a slightly higher high, with a consolidation pattern completely developed, completely matured, near the apex? The closer you are to the apex, the higher the probability of resolution, meaning break up or down. You did break the supply line, going all the way back to February 2021, the old all-time high, and then the second anchor point was November 2021. You are in a well-established bear trend. You know that for a fact. Yep. We'll see from this previous high here to low. Where are we at? You're near 786, so you didn't really get to the 886 or anything like that. But very interesting. I mean, one could take a chance if they wanted. Yeah, I mean, a target pretty easy, 111. 111 being the old. This is a very key level down here from 19 and 20. So yeah, I mean, whatever. Spotify above 136, you might say, I'm gonna cut my losses, my very few losses, because you're so close to that level. And I think above that level, history tells us kind of what happens: down, up, down, up, down, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So if it breaks that level, all of a sudden your argument for being short evaporates. Because above 136, history tells us 152 would be the target. And then you'd be hitting an 88% retrace up there, and that might be another optimum potential short area, right? To strategize an entry, stop loss, and take profits on the short on the way down. But yeah, you do have daily bearish divergence, a rising wedge that is complete, and it's all happening at an old IPO price. So you have an argument. There's construction of argument here, and it's decent. And that's it. And we don't know if it's going to break down or not, but we certainly know how to protect ourselves if it goes against what the argument is currently. Okay. Okay, and then one more, and then which is Jupiter, and then I gotta get out of here. The jump, man. Yep, there you go, right? Wait for 88.1 tenths of 1 penny. I don't think Composite Man's keeping it at a cent, like, oh, because I think it's just, you still have, from where you are right now, another 20% downside. So that's all you do. There's no action to take on this. You just wait. Like every time you've requested this, there's no action to take. You wait. Oh, whoops. Okay, we're good. So that's the last request. Oh, nice. If you haven't, if you don't know yet, one of my shorts got finished being published while I was live, so go check out the new short. It's just hidden divergence. Remember, I did classic divergence short yesterday with education, and I did hidden divergence today. So it's like if you want to, get a crash course on that, just to know what it is, it's there. And that encyclopedia, or that little shorts encyclopedia of education, I'm going to continue every day trying my best to build on that, to maybe one day we get 50 shorts, and it's just all concise education. Lean, super lean for the, Zoomers and trans people that we're trying to get in the community. All right, man. We just got to stare at the bearish engulfing candle. We were bamboozled. But we know now, for sure, we got some... What is this song? God, I can't even hear it. It sounds awful. Okay, bearish divergence. We'll see. Impending price action reversal to the downside is being implied. Just like it was back in late February, and you got that drawdown. But just for a back test. So let's see where the dust settles on the corn, the big corn. Again, kind of concerned with the complacency all across the stock market, especially the index funds. Little concerned. VIX hitting those lows from November 2021, a little concerning. Because that thing can spike, take everything down. Okay. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Join the Discord, free to join. If you haven't, the link is pinned above. And I will just see y'all later. Until next time, respect the TSLA. Thanks, Aggro, man. I gotta get the lady out. World 28 in, oh my god!